I'm very excited for today because we are talking to a woman who really embodies what it means to be a kababayan here on our show because she grew up in Hawaii and she's now living here in Los Angeles. We're going to be living healthy with Thea. Kasama natin on the show today is Thea Fernandez. Hi, Thea.
Hi, G. Nice to be here.
Aloha.
Aloha. That's right.
All right. So, ikaw ay isang Pilipina na lumaki sa Hawaii.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so where in Hawaii did you grow up?
Yes, so I grew up in the small town of Mililani. It's in the middle of the island.
Okay, and how was that like growing up in Hawaii?
I really loved it. It's such a family atmosphere there. Even if people aren't blood related to you, they're still considered as family, and that's one of the things that I loved about Hawaii. Everyone is that family atmosphere, ohana.
Ohana. Okay, so Thea, I know that now you are a very big wellness and health advocate and coach. How did your path go towards wellness and health?
Yes, of course. So it kind of goes into my background personally. My father was very sick when I was younger, and a lot of the illnesses that he, suffered from were preventable. He was a heavy smoker, heavy drinker, so bad health behaviors kind of grew into the things that he ended up passing away from, which is including congestive heart failure and cancer, later on developing cancer.
Okay.
He was one of the first open heart surgeries that happened in Hawaii, and from there he developed cancer after taking some immunosuppressants. So growing up in that environment where I always saw someone sick, but I knew that if he had changed his lifestyle, maybe the outcome would have been different, that kind of inspired me to pursue health and wellness and make sure that we're promoting healthy behaviors so that we can live a long, healthy life.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here because us kababayans always need advice to live a healthier and happy life. And I would love for you to, here on Kababayan, give us wellness tips if you can.
Yes, that's awesome. I would love to do that, definitely.
Okay, wonderful. So before you start giving us tips, let's talk about growing up. I know that you're also a dancer and a musician.
Yes.
So very well-rounded ang ating kababayan na si Thea. So when did you start dancing?
Yes, of course. So I started at the age of 5, and growing up in Hawaii, you kind of have two choices. You either do hula. A lot of girls like to do hula, but also you can go the classical route. You can start with ballet, jazz, and all of that. So my mom, when I was young, she took me to 2 classes when I was about 5 years old. She saw me, she took me to a class of hula. I watched the girls, and then I said, oh, okay, this looks nice and fun. I saw their graceful hands. And then afterwards, she took me to a ballet class. She's like, okay, which one do you like better, hula or ballet? And I said, oh, once I saw the girls turn on their toes, I said, I want to do that.
Yeah, but you really took it seriously, didn't you? You studied for a long period of time. How many years?
Yeah, that's right. So I started at the age of 5, and then I continued, studying ballet, tap, and jazz, and hip hop until the age of 18.
Okay.
Yes. And there is a dance studio that I was a part of, and I'm thankful that they were able to instill in me the love for dance.
Say hello to them.
Yes, of course. Hi, Rosalie Woodson Dance Academy.
Yes. And now you're giving back to the community because you're also teaching dance for our kababayans here in LA.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, in fact, I got to meet Thea through a very dear friend of ours on Kababayan Today, na si Tita Prosy de la Cruz. And I know you teach Zumba classes.
That's correct.
Please give us some information where.
Yes, of course. So it's at Dance Village in historic Filipino town. So right there, smack dab in our town here in LA. And it's every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and also every Saturday morning at 10:30.
Okay, because people need to move and do something that's fun, diba? Because it promotes being healthy.
That's right. Okay. And I'm soon to start at the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles on 3rd Street and Oxford. So it's just right there too. So I'll be doing some Latin groove, K-pop, and other dance classes there for the families there at the YMCA. So I'm excited about that opportunity too.
Okay, are you going to give us some dance moves here on Kababayan Today?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, wonderful. That's exciting. So now let's talk about your musical side. I know that you also pursued music and you play the flute. Okay, so how did you discover that?
Yeah, definitely. So in elementary school, we have an elective to do, some type of performing arts. You could either pick you know, dancing or play a musical instrument. And I was fortunate that in my elementary school, Holy Family Catholic Academy, which is near the airport, there on the island of Oahu, they had a band program. And so I went to 6th grade. When you're 12 years old, you know, they took you there. They told you, okay, which elective would you want? Learn to play the ukulele or learn to play some kind of instrument. So I chose to play the flute.
Okay, I'm sensing that, you know, you had a choice between hula or ballet. You chose ballet. You chose the classical route. And then again, you can play the ukulele or play the flute. You chose the classical route.
Yes,
yeah?
that's right.
Okay. But I mean, regardless of, you know, which one you pursued, you really stuck to it, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I felt like I had a connection with dancing and also the flute. It was a way for me to release and really express myself. And I think that's really important, you know, to find that passion in you. And if you really love doing something, it doesn't feel like work.
Okay, yes, that's true. All right, kasama natin dito on Kababayan Today si Thea Fernandez. And when we return, magta-talk story tayo. Okay? We'll be right back here on Kababayan Today.